It has been another explosive week for uranium stocks. We hit another 11-year high in the price of uranium. The futures are at $64.25. We're going to go over some breaking news again today. Two new bills introduced. These have to do with the U.S. uranium stocks and the overall uranium market. The U.S. Production, Enrichment, and Conversion, a bill for that, as well as a strategic uranium reserve, HALEU, everything. We're going to go over that in this video. We're also going to talk about why uranium stocks have been so volatile, where they're going. They're probably going to be breaking out into a new 52-week high like we saw last year. I'm going to explain what I think is going on with the overall market, uranium, and we're just going to jump right into this. So please hit that like and subscribe button below. Now, I've been making these videos on uranium for a couple years. Now, I'm going to give you a real quick update. I'm now number one in the world USIC stock investing championship. It's been going on for, pretty much since the 80s. There have been billionaires actually that have invested and been a part of this and have won before. So, we've been in the crazy volatile market, and I now officially am in first place as per the February numbers where we're at right now. We don't know how the numbers for last month are going to come out. It comes out on the 18th, but this is pretty interesting. How things are going, uranium starting to take off, and I'm really excited about that. And I really want to thank you guys for supporting the channel through the years, with uranium. And it's finally starting to take off, and I will keep you updated on that. And I'm keeping you updated on this to show you that, I am a trader full-time. I'm an investor, and, I don't just make YouTube videos. These are for fun, really. And I'm doing pretty good, 56%. And when the overall market had one of its worst months last month, I think all the funds, majority of them were down, the big, traders. So this is great. This is where I'm going to continue to work hard at this and keep you all updated. Two new bills were introduced today. And one other thing happened today. We had another co-sponsor for this. Now we have 13 so far for the Uranium Ban. And this is, taking, it's getting a lot of eyes on it. A lot of people, Democrats, Republicans, are supporting it both. So this is very good. I think this is going to really happen fast. They did the same thing with oil. This was Senator Manchin. He's the leading senator. It's going to help boost U.S. production in uranium, U.S. conversion and enrichment technologies as well, and to establish a new strategic uranium reserve. And as you know, it's going to need a lot more money for that. Second thing was Senator Barrasso. He has actually introduced S.4066. It's a bill to amend the Energy Act of 2020. They also want to give the DOE HALEU that they have to these new small modular reactors as, their inventory, as well as it said other purposes. So they really, this is really all coming at once. Now, I really wanted to show this chart. I didn't touch on this. Haven't touched on this for a while. I was talking about this really in 2020, and no one really cared. No one really thought inflation was going to get high. And I was talking about this. I said, with uranium going up as much as it did in the 70s, they had inflation, they had an oil crisis. We have the same thing now. But uranium didn't go up that much in terms of, the price that we could see now. Now, if you do inflation, you can see it's actually now about it's over $190. So in 1970, so it ran up high, very fast, a lot higher actually if you do as per inflation than we saw the 135, which is now even a lot more, over 100 and I believe it's $170 plus dollars, maybe a little more, 180. Now we're probably going to see $200 uranium, and that's really what I think. And history likes to rhyme. I've been saying the same things over and over, sound like a broken record. But just as I said before, this parabolic curve. Getting interesting here. We're starting to go out. We broke out base 3, but here's the thing. If we want to get to the Fukushima price, we've already got to 2011. Now, if we want to break out past this, if this is inflated numbers, it's going to be over $92. Okay, $92. We got to break out past 92 to really get back to this Fukushima price here. But we're already past, that a new 11-year high. We're now, $64 breaking out into. So this is really interesting. I really think that inflation is just going to continue, and it's all really going to squeeze everything up. But obviously, Russian uranium ban, U.S. strategic reserve, a real renaissance in U.S. uranium production. It's really going to get a lot of money coming over here. I really do think this. So what was great about this bill was it wants to promote domestic production and conversion and enrichment of uranium, and promote the deployment of the U.S. uranium enrichment technology, as well as a new strategic uranium reserve. So this is phenomenal. This is great for US uranium stocks, and I don't see why they haven't done another 10% today. We'll talk about the price in a minute. But Senator Barrasso, also, this bill was introduced today as well, and this is for a bill to secure American fuel for advanced nuclear reactors. So HALEU, same exact thing. All of this stuff is really coming out at the same time. And we saw a big run yesterday, 10%, across the board for a lot of uranium stocks, some of them up 15%. But today, Friday, after market close, we saw uranium stocks pretty flat for the most part. The overall market was down. Recently, we did break out yesterday, and it was really nice. We hit that support line and we broke out. Now, because the news has been so crazy, up and down, we sometimes broke below that. And it's been very, volatile, very, very volatile. But, if you're zooming out, this chart overall, since November, we're still not even at these November, highs. So this is, very safe in a sense for me. I don't think, we had all these black swans the past, month or so, and we're still up. So I think we're pretty safe for now. The price of uranium's going up. So Chemico is looking really good as well. This one also broke out of this ascending triangle. It hit actually a bigger high than it got last year. So it's doing really well. Uranium Energy Corp, they're actually doing as well, the same pretty much pattern. They broke out. So we're seeing, pretty much all these uranium stocks just take off, but we're still far from that 52-week high. And you can see this 52-week high for these are the biggest market cap uranium stocks. As far as the uranium producers out there, you can see we're still down a good amount. And this is, good in my opinion for the long run. Uranium's a long-term play. We're going to see uranium prices push higher and higher. And you can see we're still off on a lot of these, but a lot of these stocks did so well, especially over in Australia. Now we have had some crazy things with Elon Musk, obviously talking about nuclear, but one thing that I do want to put out there, he did comment on the price of lithium, which is by, ton. So this is really cool. If Elon Musk in the future ever says anything about uranium, even a joke, I think we could see just ridiculous numbers. We'll see how things go. I did comment on that. Hopefully, maybe he'll see it. Really positive. It's crazy for me to see 64.25 on these uranium futures. Back here, when uranium was 20 something bucks, it was tough, and people really didn't believe it. Oil, it's around $100 still. Really do think that uranium is going to be the one that's really going to shine. Another thing I really haven't touched on in this video, but I've been tweeting about it, and really all this stuff is in the Discord. All this stuff is pretty much in there daily. So I have not been, away from the trade. I'm pretty much in it 24/7. So that's where I'm at, Discord. And, what we've seen is a lot of these commodities have retraced back, but uranium is really taking off. And it's really because in Europe, another thing, they're in the EU, they're looking to ban imports of nuclear fuel as well from Russia. So this is going to be a really crazy next week for uranium, I believe. I believe we're going to be in the $70 range really quickly. As a probability, I said that, this was back in 2020. I said that by 2022, I expected to see $75 uranium, and I put out a tweet. So it's funny. It's going to be I think June, and it says, was uranium, $70 yet? So it's very exciting. Thank you guys for all the support, with the 2 years plus covering uranium. It was tough times at times, got 0 views sometimes. But if you guys want access to all my uranium data, the sheets, what I'm trading, how I've got to be now number 1 in the US Investing Championship as per the numbers, that's what, I've been doing for the past 10 plus years is trading the markets. And now's the prime time for me to do that. So if you guys want access to that, know when I'm buying and selling stocks, I do this live in the Discord, as well as what I'm buying long-term in uranium. And, all my uranium data, the instant news that I get, it's all in the Discord. And that's how I'm up to date. You probably are like, how does he do that? Well, it's really in the Discord. So if you guys want access to that, it's super cheap. It's really to keep out trolls. There's a link in the description below. But if you guys like these videos, please hit the like and subscribe. The more likes these get, then I'll really push myself to try to maybe even do a video every day.